Hey guys, Shane here, Tanking of Miniatures, and today I'm looking over the new rules for Votann. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. I love the Votann. I love my dwarfs. They are fantastic. But it has changed extremely from what they were. It's crazy. Until we really see the points change though, I don't exactly know how armies are going to be changed in that wise, what you're going to be taking, what you're going to be able to field, because there's a lot of different stuff happening here, and it's, from what I've heard, it's a lot cheaper. You are going to be like a horde faction now. This is going to be really interesting. So let's look at the main rule. So they lost the old grudge system. That was probably for the best. Like, the main reward you got all that CP if you did the grudge thing. I felt that was really worthless. Just because you had limited strats sort of anyway. You either needed too much CP or you didn't have enough ever. So it's like one of those things. It's very situational. This is really thematic. I love this. So yeah, it's a whole system of gaining these points here. These acquisition points. Really reminds me, before we had a Sisters Codex, we had the Faith points. And the Faith points, people didn't like, because it's just like, oh, this is just another form of command points. And it was. Like, I liked it, because I had these little Sisters Battle symbols that I printed out, and I painted them marble, and I was like, so I had them, my command point ones. That was fun. I really liked having that. So this is what I guess we'll be using now for the markers we got with the box set. We got all those little grudge points you'd throw and stuff. So the grudge points are going to be really good to keep track of your yield points. That's what they're called, yield. I'd almost be in favor of, like, what if this army didn't have command points at all? What if it only had yield points? That'd be kind of neat. They have a whole unique system, but it does kind of play into it. The more I read, you sort of need both. Alright, so the main rule, of course, is you get the extra bonus to hit, and it's not against something that's holding a command point, just as long as it's within range of command point. That really makes a difference. So anything challenging, you still get it. You don't have to give up a command point. I mean, the objective point to get this bonus, it'll just be there. So that really makes it like a detriment for your opponent. Like, they won't want to go for a command objective point if they're going to get, hurt more. So it puts that hesitation to it. And of course, the reroll to charge in advance, so you can really fast take these objective points. This is a speed army. This is like one of the fastest now. And you'll see it come into play with a lot of stuff. Like, all the new stuff, it has scout, and it has a lot of ability to deep strike, to pull off the table. This is very much playing like Genestealer cults. That's, when I started reading this and going into this, that's the army I really felt this is going towards. This is very much a mobile sort of force, which is fast. It's there to get on points. It's there to do things, move around. It isn't just look forward, go straight up the middle and shoot. And I always kind of thought it was gonna be. I thought, it's, the amount of guns that you throw. It's the powerful guns. They just want to point at something and blast it away. No, this is very strategic. This is very much a thinking army. Don't just think, oh, they're dwarves, they're tough, they're strong. That will, pull you through. No, that's not how this army works. This is a thinking army. You've got to plan things out. So yeah, you get the hostile acquisition, which is cool. Reroll the charge in advance, and then the fortified takeover. You still have the bonus to hit, but also you get the -1 to be wounded. And as I've seen playing against Dark Angels, that can be really effective, especially because a lot of stuff have toughness 5. It's very hard to get rid of things, which is good, because not everything has a great armor save. But of course, you can use the yield points. You are encouraged to use the yield points. And I thought this was going to be kind of detrimental because it's like I'm saving up the yield points just so I can, enhance my fortify. But there's so many fun ways to get the yield points, because yeah, you can stack this up, because all these objectives here. So yeah, control 1, control 2 or more, control more, that all stacks, because it says you gain 1 yield point for each of the following conditions. Additionally, yeah, for each of the conditions. So yeah, this will all stack. So you can get Fortified Takeover really fast if you have the right build, because you can bring the new robot leader guy, and he will increase your yield as well. If he's out there in the front, he'll bring it up. There's other ways. So it's gonna be interesting how, yeah, you can stack this up and use it. You've got this whole other resource to sort of spend to buff things. I feel it's really thematic. This is like really interesting. This is one of the most interesting factions that has now been introduced. So let's look into the detachments. So the Brandfast Oathband. I have a feeling this is going to be used the most. This is probably my favorite. This is a true Rhino Rush, transport situation. So of course you get the fire-based control, infantry get the sustained hits. Now that's really helpful because, yeah, everything has ballistic seal 4 up. And of course if it's on an objective, it's hitting on 3s. But when you have sustained hit 1, that's essentially bringing an accuracy back. For everything you lose, you're, by odds, you're going to get a couple back. So that really helps out. And that's really fun as well, because that used to be my old tactic in, I think it was 7th or 8th, where you took the White Scars detachment and you had the rhinos and they get out, they shoot, they get back in. So you'd always be speeding around the table with your infantry inside your transports, doing fun things. So that's really what I see with this army. Let's see. So yeah, everything is about spending the yield points to sort of buff your abilities there. And what's really fun is, yeah, you can see the Precursive Judgment really helping the Overwatch, because that's really what it does as well. This is a very Overwatchy army as well. You'll see that with the new Ironjacks. They can Overwatch really well when they're in the fortified zone. So once you're on the objective, you can really defend. It's really fun. It's really thematic. But this is going to be really powerful, I feel. Because, yeah, you can go really fast with these. And you can see in the strats with the secure positions. That's going to be really helpful. Like, it just gives you that extra edge to just disembark, grab an objective. So turn 1 with your scouting transports, you are going to be able to, turn 1, pretty much get all the objectives on the table. It may not be the smart thing, but that'll be a good thing to screen. So, depending how your playstyle is, if you want to let them take the objectives first, then with your firepower, with your good stuff, come through and just take them out. Or, yeah, from the very start, just go grab them. And this really helps your other cool stuff, like the Land Fortress is able to Kool-Aid Man himself through a wall, just going straight through. So much fun stuff. The Vengeance Flare I feel is good, because that's that retroactive fire, but of course you got to spend the yield points so it can be a more powerful unit that can fire as well. So yeah, this is what I feel most people are going to be using. This is the most sort of universally good one. Like, it can just move, and yeah, you can really utilize a lot of this. Like, a lot of stuff is going to sync up, and everything's going to be supporting everything. So I really like this. I think this is where to go. This is what the faction should be doing. It has its vehicles, but its vehicles are not tanks. This is not a tank detachment. This army does not have one. And the way I play with all my tanks, that's not how you should be playing this. That's what I'm coming to understand. I don't think there's a way to bring just nothing but vehicles, depending on the vehicles, but you know what I mean. Just nothing but tanks is not going to work with this army. You really need everything supporting itself. So this is going to be great. I think, yeah, having a true Rhino Rush detachment is the smart thing to do. Now, did you like the Berserks? Well, they're back with a vengeance. So they all have Deep Strike and they all have Battle Line. You will be spamming Berserks everywhere. And of course, even the artillery. The artillery piece, I loved it. I love the model. Rules-wise, I didn't think it's that great. I didn't see it as being much of a game changer. And that's just because artillery, in general, has not been that useful in this edition. I've never seen artillery really do much, unless it's got like a special ability attached to it. Like back a couple editions ago, and I ran 3 Thunderfire cannons, and that would just, that did work. Like I was before the meta of that. But yeah, artillery has just really dropped off. It's paying for its sins. It was just too powerful last edition, and yeah. Anyway, but I like how you've even got ability to buff it here, and it has a place. The artillery has a place here, and I'll go into that because you've got the tectonic fracture ability, where you're stopping something from being able to sort of countercharge and everything, which is pretty cool. And I like what they did with the Berserks, because their mole launcher just stops Overwatch. I'm like, that's really smart. I thought it was, it was pointless. It wasn't going to do much damage, but having it stopping something Overwatch, that is perfect. That is such a good ability. So I feel these Berserks are going to be really cool. The only downside to this is there aren't any Berserker heroes. You can't attach anything to a squad. I really feel they missed something there. They really should have had a hero character they could have attached to it, so you could go like all Berserk. But it is good though, because it's not just Berserk. It's not like the Destroy Cult Necron detachment, which like it only afflicts flayed ones and destroyers. That's it. That's all you have to bring. Because the Unstoppable Force, just a League of Votann unit. Doesn't even mean to be an inventory, and now it can pile in 6. That's a really good one as well. The pile in 6, you can wrap around things, you can get deep in. That's going to be really handy. You cannot underestimate a 6 in pile in. 6, it's very good. Very good for board control. I feel this one's maybe not be as useful as the other one, because this is pretty much just go hard, go fast, just keep going forward. So it is kind of one note, but it is good. The Berserkers are also going to 1 wound. That felt like a bit of a... I don't know if it's a mistake. A lot of stuff lost wounds though. The Thunderkin, they were 3 wounds, now they're 2. Everything sort of went down, but I guess it went down in points. So you just field more bodies. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very different how people were playing it. As you can see, you've even got the hidden access ways, so just take things off the field, re-deep strike them in. This is what I'm saying. This is Genestealer cults. This is how you play Genestealer cult army. It's just this. They're really stealing from each other's playbooks quite heavily. So this will be fun, I think. This will be really good. I think... will this be played at a competitive level? I think it will. Like, this could be like a... World Eaters. Like, I think the other one is more World Eater style, where you're coming out from vehicles. But this could give that a run for its money. Now, the Hearthfire Arsenal. What I really like about this one is that it's all computer. You can take the Strategist, which is an Ironkin guy. You can take nothing but these Steeljacks, and that's it. It's all artificial intelligence army. It's all AI. And the Steeljacks are good. So what this detachment does is, as you can see, you spend the yield points, and the strategists are so good for using these yield points. I don't think the Iron Master is going to be that useful in this detachment, just because he can't attach to the Steeljacks. He does get Lone Operative around them, and he can heal them, but he can't bring them back. If you could bring them back, that would be insane. Yes, bring the Iron Masters, but I think the strategists are just the better option for your points-wise, because they're really going to help you get more yield points. And you're going to be spending a lot of yield points with this detachment, because what you're going to do is you are going to get up quite fast. As you can see, you can give it Deep Strike. You can hold the objectives better. So you can do a pretty good job with just the Steeljacks getting up and taking, prime positions. And the defending the prime positions is also really good, because the Steeljacks aren't actually vehicles, they are infantry. So when the Fortify kicks in, they are going to be neg 1 to wound, and they're going to be overwatching, especially if they're attached to the strategists. They can overwatch without using a command point. So they're going to be overwatching for free, and it's going to be on a 4-up. They can make their shots. So this is going to be good. As well as that, just looking at something else I missed. No, that looks pretty good. Looking at the strats. So yeah, also the Thunderkin. So you could bring some Thunderkin with the whatchamacallit guy. Bring them in just to do some more damage. The Unwavering Accuracy one is pretty funny. It's just, you just always hit on what you should be hitting. Ignoring modifiers. So if something does have neg 1 to wound, ignore it. Something has stealth, ignore it. Something has cover, ignore it. You're just shooting, and that can be really good. Like, it's 2 CP. I don't know if it's worth 2 CP. It depends. If you're gonna have a big, fill that team. Don't do it if it's just a couple of guys left in the squad. That's not efficient. But yeah, all this is pretty good. The delayed fire rounds, that's really funny, because it only triggers off when they move. So it's a very fun way of just shooting at a thing and just planting landmines, and then they have to just stand still, like, don't move a muscle or it'll all explode. So that's a really fun way to discourage people from moving. Like, you're pushing them back, and then you're making them feel like they can't move forward, or they're just going to blow themselves up. That's fun. That's a really good thematic sort of ability. The Wall of Steel, that's great, because that's like a cheap, not cheap, it's the same as a tank rush, but a tank shock. But of course they're not vehicles, so they can't tank shock. So this is even better. This is their own tank shock. This is really fun. And you can buff that with more yield points. And the other one was, yeah, the Coggated Need. So you take a Steeljack, and the opponent's move effect. Yeah, you can just move away some stuff. You can, move back to the objective. You can, just keep on these crucial points. Like, this is such, it all plays around the objective game. So it'll be really interesting how this is going to play out against, other armies that have bonuses against hitting on objectives, because there are a lot. We just used the one with the Necrons. So this is going to be interesting. It's like everything of its abilities is very subjective. It's not just a straight flat out, this unit just gets +1 to hit. This unit is buffed. This unit is buffed. This unit is good. It's, no, these specific things need to happen. That's what I'm saying. It's a very thinky sort of army to play now. It's going to be more thought is going to be need to play this. But with the more effort you put in, the more reward you get. You have the Need Guard, Oathband. This is essentially the basic one that you started with. Enemy units destroyed for a yield point. That's good. That's fine. Pretty much this is everything. And no matter what way you wanted to play, if you didn't have anything specific you wanted to do, you could just bring this and it'll work. Because yield points are always good. You can always use them for certain abilities. And then, of course, we have the strats, which are just the normal ones we're all used to. The reactive reprisal, void hardened, which, you know, that whole shtick. Actually, is that still like Armor of Contempt? I didn't actually check that. Oh, you had to have Fortified Takeover for that to work now. See, that's fun. Everything's thematic. It all plays into itself. And yeah, that lasts the phase, not just against the attack. So that's good. The Void Harden's pretty good there. Ah, cool. But yeah, this is your basic one. Like I said, all the strats affect everything. That's just as long as it has League, it'll affect. So you can make sort of your own idea of what you like. You can mix and match whatever you want. And this is the detachment you take for that. It'll just work. You don't need to worry too much about it. Now for the Persecution Prospect. This is all things Jaeger. So all your scouting and your Jaeger stuff. This is probably one of the most fluffiest. It's probably also the weakest. There is a lot of fun you can do with this, but essentially what it's doing is it's just stopping the movement. It's just keeping things pinned. So it's slowing everything down, and you're using a natural ability your units have. It isn't really boosting the abilities that your Jaeger guys have, because they already have Scout and all that. It's not making that better. It's just encouraging you to use it more, so it all works with this army. So I think this is probably, going to be the weakest. Because as you can see, their whole ability relies on you hitting inventory. But say you're someone like me, and you just bring a bunch of Leman Russes. If you bring an army for this detachment, it's doing nothing to those Leman Russes. This will not affect a tank army very good. It'll, all big monster army or whatever. So you just got to keep that in mind. I mean, that being said, the Harnkin, the Hernkin, they're very good. Like, I like their models. The bikes are still great. The Jaegers are good. There's a lot, and the new vehicles, they're great. Because the transport one is all open topped, so you can really, make use of that. Let's have a look at these stratagems. You can see they're all about movement and such. It sort of works around what's been assailed. So that's sort of like a Tau thing where you've marker lit something, you've shot at it, it's now assailed. You got to keep track of that, and then you can do more damage against that assailed unit, which is neat in theory. I just don't think it'll be that powerful. So this one is very much a thematic one. If you wanted to go all Jaegers, all like Dwarf Rangers type build, this is what you build. But it's probably not the strongest. I'd put this as probably one of the weakest. But you got the options. I like how we have options again, because the army never felt like a complete army. Now it really does. Now you can really go in a whole different ways, going elite infantry, going Rhino Rush focused with a lot of transports, a lot of heavy firepower support, or you can just go straight infantry, melee rush with all your berserkers. So I think this has a big blend. This is a very unique sort of army style now. I won't go into all the changes they made, because everyone's already released that. You can already see all the profiles that come out that have changed. There's no sense in me going into it. You've all seen them. If you were looking forward to this codex like me, you've already read them. You know it's changed. So I don't need to go into that, but this is more just to tell you how you can, not how you should, because that's always your choice, how you can play with this new book, how you can really maximize your effort. So you've got your all Jaegers, all scouty, fast movie guys, stealthy guys. You've got your bring whatever, just the classic Votann army. It can be a mix of anything. You've got your all computers, all robot faction. That's going to be fun. I like that one. That's probably my second favorite. The all berserk, all infantry, all the time, getting right up in your face. Nothing you can do about it. And then, of course, your mobile assault, armored infantry section, which is my favorite. So I'm going to have a lot more vehicles coming up. You can really make use of all your transports. And yeah, you can still use the new ones. You don't just have to use Sagittar and fortresses. I think the new vehicles are really going to help in this army as well. But we'll just see. I just got to wait for all the point costs to see what we can do. Because I have a feeling everything's going to be reduced. And you're really going to be able to maximize unit sizes for this army. But that's it for this one. How are you guys feeling about this? Like I said, I've been really looking forward to this. It's not exactly what I was expecting. Like, this is, very different playstyle that I was expecting. The closest army we can think to that sort of matches it is Genestealer Cults. I was thinking it was going to be more Space Marines. But whatever. This will be a fun change and a fun new army to learn. So let me know what you guys think of it, what you're planning to do, what you think of the new models, everything like that. And yeah, we'll see how it all goes. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.